It sounds so fun. Oh man, that's so fun. Yeah. Oh my god. We're gonna have a good time.
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are gonna want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined the street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a lot to talk about. There's been some developments, and Tennessee is really got a microscope on it right now. And there's a lot of people talking about it. Even ex-FBI agents or ATF agents who went undercover with motorcycle clubs has something to say about this situation. And I don't agree with what he says, but we're going to talk about it. Hey, Lindsay, thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Carvey Guard, what's going on? I don't know how you would say the middle part. Carnivay Guard. Hey, so loud. What's going on? Shout out to North Carolina. Appreciate you. Slow Rides in the building. Scrap Iron. What's good? Appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We got some things to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. So we all know about the Somali situation that's going on, right? And all the corruption that is going on. Well, I got a video to show you. Shout out to Maddie. Let's see. Odell. Shout out to Maddie Odell. So I was going to call this yesterday, but by the time I tried to do it, they changed it. They changed it. So apparently there is the Little Angels Daycare Center out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And people were like, oh, this is the one under investigation, right? So Maddie called the daycare center to find out some information. And it's pretty funny where that call winded up. Let's take a look.
Google. Now, that's Sweet Angels childcare right there. Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's one of them guys went, right? Now, scroll up. It's gonna say, like, closed. Scroll down. Hit the phone number. Hit the call.
Contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Our office is located at 130 State Capitol at 75 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in St. Paul, Minnesota, 55155. Our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Please leave your message along with your name and phone number. Thank you for your call and have a great day.
You're a bunch of thieves. So you hit that. So you can close that one up. Close that one up. You go up to here, you know, Sweet Angel. You just hit that. Your little phone, you hit that.
Of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Our office is located at 1.
Here we go. Hit that one. Same thing. Is this one up here?
Wow.
Same shit. The fucking child care center's going to his fucking office.
Now, why would that be?
Contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Our office is located at 130 State Capitol at 75 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in St. Paul, Minnesota, 55155. Our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Please leave your message along with your name and phone number. Thank you for your call and have a great day.
Yeah, St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm looking for St. Paulie's girl. Minnesota. It is. So, yeah. Sweet Angel Childcare goes right to Tim Walz's fucking office.
Huh? Don't you say? That is insane. Shout out to Maddie for that. That's just crazy. What do you guys think? So now when you try to look it up, right? There's no phone number. Sweet Angels Childcare. There's no more phone number on the website. No more phone number. Why's that? Why would they take the number down? They stole an incredible amount of money from taxpayers. It's just crazy. And then when you scroll down, right, it says all these frauds, all the fraud that's going on. There's all these, it's insane. So what do you guys think of that? They say it's open right now. And it's just some random building, right? Just some descript building, right? Random building. It's crazy. I know it's insane. And then that woman who was unalived, right? She was the only one to vote against giving them Somalis funding for like Medicaid and things like that. She was the only one that was against it, and all of a sudden, and then that guy who did it writes a letter to the FBI and says that Tim Walz is the one that had him put up to it. So it's getting deep. Nomadic, what's going on? Pirate, shout out to you, man. East Coast Less Lethal, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. CT Illy, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. I got the best subscribers in the business. D2C341, what's good? The money those pirates stole have been used to help Americans in need. You're 100% correct. Instead, they line their pockets, and I guarantee you a lot of the politicians are involved. I mean, obviously, Tampon Timmy's involved, right? 100%. Tampon Timmy's doing some damage up there. These people need to be, like, thoroughly investigated. It's just crazy. So yesterday, we talked about the case of the woman that fell off the back of the bike, right? Now, I have a picture of the guy that was driving the bike. I have a picture of him. And we're going to talk about Ryan Wedding, the FBI's most wanted fugitive. There was $40 million seized so far. So this is the guy that was driving the bike when the woman fell off the back. Woman dies after falling asleep on a motorcycle rider arrested in Volusia County, Florida. A quiet stretch of Interstate 95 became the scene of a devastating tragedy the day after Christmas when a Stanford woman lost her life after falling asleep and slipping from the back of a moving motorcycle. That is insane. The crash occurred around 2 p.m. on December 26th along northbound I-95, just south of West Halifax Road. According to Florida Highway Patrol, 34-year-old woman was riding as a passenger on the 2003 Harley-Davidson Dyna Wide Glide when she fell asleep, lost her balance, and fell from the motorcycle. She struck the roadside guardrail and suffered fatal injuries. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators said the motorcycle operator, Ricardo Burnell, 45, also from Stanford, pulled over immediately after the incident. Subsequent investigation revealed that neither Burnell nor the passenger was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. I don't think that would have helped her. I honestly don't think a helmet would have helped her. What initially appeared to be a heartbreaking accident quickly deepened into a criminal case. According to the crash report, Burnell was operating a motorcycle despite having his revoked driver's license without the required motorcycle endorsement. I mean, honestly, that's not a big deal, right? But it gets worse. Authorities identified him as a habitual traffic offender. Designation reserved for drivers with repeated serious traffic violations. Burnell was arrested and booked into Volusia County Jail on charges of driving while revoked license, resulting in death while operating a motorcycle without the proper endorsement. Highway Patrol has not indicated the speed or alcohol or drugs was a factor in the crash. Instead, the investigation is focused on the circumstances surrounding the passenger's fall and Burnell's driving status at the time. It's a stark reminder to vulnerability. Motorcycle safety advocates say the incident underscores the unique dangers faced by riders and passengers alike, especially on high-speed interstates. Unlike people in cars, motorcycle passengers have little margin for error or fatigue. Even for someone not controlling the vehicle, can prove fatal. This was a perfect storm of vulnerability, said former traffic safety investigator familiar with the case. A sleeping passenger, no protective gear, high-speed roadway. One balance is lost, and there's almost nothing that could stop the outcome from being catastrophic. Florida laws does not require helmets for riders over 21 years old who carry sufficient insurance coverage, a rule that continues to fuel debate among safety experts following deadly crashes like this one. There is no helmet law in Connecticut here either. You don't have to wear a helmet if you don't want to. For the victim's family, the crash represents a sudden, irreversible loss, one that unfolded in seconds that will resonate for a lifetime. Burnell, the consequences extend far beyond the roadside. Now bound to the criminal justice system, the fatal outcome, authorities say, could have been prevented. As the investigation continues, the case moves forward. The tragedy serves as a grim reminder of how quickly routine travel can turn deadly, and how decisions made before can shape your fate forever. So this happened at 2 p.m, and she fell asleep. So what do you think they were doing all night? Huh? Can you guess? I could probably guess. Crazy. Insane. But that's terrible for someone to lose their life like that. So a convicted killer is on the police watchdog board in Salem, Oregon. This is insane. A convicted killer. This guy. He is on the police board in Oregon. You can't make this shit up. He's been appointed to the Community Police Review Board in Oregon. The Salem City Council of Oregon recently, Kyle Hedquist, a man convicted of aggravated murder, to Community Police Review Board, a group that looks into citizens' complaints against police officers and recommends disciplinary actions. Hey, if it's against police officers, whatever, right? The 5-4 vote has raised questions about council's priorities. Hedquist was convicted in the 1994 killing of a 19-year-old Nikki Thrasher of Douglas County. At the time, Hedquist was 18 years old, and his accomplice, Jonathan Timmons, robbed his aunt's home. He stole firearms and electronics. Rather than stashing the stolen goods at Hedquist's home, he hid them at a friend's apartment, specifically the home shared by Timmons' girlfriend, Misty Dalton, and her roommate, Thrasher. When Thrasher, who didn't know about the robbery, asked about the items, Hedquist thought she would report him to the cops. So he lured her to a remote logging road, killed her with a gunshot to the back of the head, and tossed her body into a ditch and covered his tracks. Prosecutors described the killing as cold-blooded and premeditated to eliminate potential witnesses to his crime. Convicted in 1995 of aggravated murder, along with additional charges, including first-degree robbery from a separate case, a holdup at a Pizza Hut, and second-degree kidnapping, Hedquist was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He served 28 years before his sentence was commuted in April of 2022 by the governor, Katie Brown, a Democrat known for her expansive use of clemency powers. What the fuck? The commutation allowed Hedquist release just days later, despite a vehement opposition from the Douglas County District Attorney, who argued public safety is at risk. And now he's on the fucking police board. Like, you can't make this up. This dude lured a woman to a fucking logging road, and now he's on the police board to make decisions. Like, where do they do this type of shit at? I don't get it. Mountain Woman, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. Slow Ride, what's good? We got a lot of people in the house. We got 50 people in the house. Randy, what's good? Thank you for joining me. Joe, how are you? Happy holidays. Happy New Year. What's up, y'all? Sorry I didn't make it to see you. It was a crazy week. Got like 8 inches of snow in the morning. We left. I know. Damn, man. You should have came by. I would have gave you a hoodie. Tampon Timmy. That's just a funny name. He's like yelling at people because they drive by his house, screaming stuff. It's funny. It's just insane. So there's been a vehicle pursuit, if you guys aren't aware. Let me get a picture for you guys. I'm going to give you guys the whole story. Let me get this picture first. If I could fucking find it. I believe, let me see. This is out of Tennessee. So there's been a lot of articles lately about this situation with the Pagans Motorcycle Club. There's been some people that are a little upset about me reporting on it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I really don't know. This isn't my actions. This is their actions. And I'm not against the motorcycle clubs. Listen, I'm here to say they are not street gangs. I don't care how many actions like this they do. They're still not a street gang. People are like in the comments, oh, and you say they're not a street gang. They're not. They're still not. They're not a gang. And I will say that forever because they're not a gang. They're a motorcycle club. Maybe incidents like this happen, but they're very rare. They're not like, if they were prominent, right? There's so many different clubs of this club. There's so many charters and chapters of this club. This would be happening every single day if the stuff that these people, like this cop that I'm about to play this video of, if stuff that they were saying was true, Stuff like this would happen every single day. Every day. You would hear about something every day, but you don't because it's not true. And they want to demonize these people for no reason. Just because certain people maybe get caught up doing something. It doesn't mean the whole club is bad because they're not. I know a lot of people that are involved with this club that are good people. They're not criminals. They didn't sign up to be in a criminal organization. They signed up to be in a motorcycle club. There's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, vehicle pursuit on Highway 107 leads to multiple charges. This is in West Washington County. Pursuit on Highway 107 has resulted in multiple charges. Sheriff's Office reported deputies were chasing 44-year-old Robert McNuff. After a license plate was discovered on his vehicle, it was registered to one of his other cars. McNuff approached dangerous speeds and nearly hit 2 other vehicles during the pursuit. He was arrested 2 days later and charged with reckless driving, engaging revoked license, altering plates, and failure to maintain control. There was another pursuit where this man fired shots at the cops. That's crazy. But so they put another article out, right, where Tennessee is worried about outlaw motorcycle clubs. So it says here, outlaw motorcycle club incident sparks concerns in East Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee. A recent altercation and police pursuit in Claiborne County involving riders connected to an outlaw motorcycle club renewed concerns about biker groups in East Tennessee. While incidents like this one are rare, they said it right there, they're rare, they often raise broader questions about motorcycle clubs in East Tennessee, including how common they are. And what are they really about? Former ATF or FBI agent Scott Payne said most riders are not a problem. He said 99% of motorcycle riders are good law-abiding citizens, Payne said, and just 1% are rowdy and breaking the law. That's not true. That's just not true. Everybody that's in a motorcycle club, even a 1% club, are not criminals. They're not all breaking the law. So his statement there is false. And you know what they do, right? They give these officers a bunch of money. They send them near these people, and they have them entice these people with money. Oh, we got money. We'll do this. We'll do that. If it wasn't for the agents going into these situations, there would be no crime. That's why a lot of their cases get fucking dissolved and get thrown out, because they entice these people with money and provoke them to do different things. So what he's saying is total bullshit. 1% are the ones that are rowdy and breaking the law. If that was the case, there are so many 1%ers out there. There'd be people getting arrested every single day in every single state, and there'd be situations everywhere going on. You'd never be able to keep up. And that's just not the case because it's not true. You know what I mean? So I don't know where they come up with this shit. It says federal agents use the term 1% to describe a small subset of outlaw motorcycle gangs, it says. The label dates back decades. Experts say a vast majority of motorcycle clubs in Tennessee are legal riding groups. But I believe 1% clubs are legal riding groups. They don't fucking do shit. I mean, certain situations will happen, but you can't demonize the clubs as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Payne said East Tennessee isn't overridden with outlaw groups. He said some well-known national groups are established their presence. East Tennessee overridden with 1% biker clubs? No. Have more come in since? Like I mentioned, the pagans and the Hells Angels are here? Yes. He could be, there could be a propensity for violence. As he said before, he said yes. That's not true. Payne said even the outlaw groups exist in the reason that doesn't automatically mean violence. So why would he say that they're just breaking the law? Oh, these guys, all the 1%ers are just lawbreakers and they just break the law constantly. It's not true. He explained that law enforcement focuses on criminal behavior and not membership alone. And that is a fucking lie. Total fucking lie. I don't believe you. I think you're not telling the truth here. And if you're watching this, Mr. Payne, I would like to have a conversation with you too. I've been trying to, have some of these people who have these outlooks on these clubs come up here and let's have a conversation. I want to hear what your theories are or what you believe that these clubs are all about, and we can have a little discussion. But I haven't had any takers yet, That's what they do. They single out these guys. He said that they exist in the reason it doesn't automatically mean violence, but they're all lawbreakers, right? So you're fucking talking out one side of your ass, and then you're talking with your mouth in the same sentence. You can't do that, bro. He explains that law enforcement focuses on criminal behavior and not membership alone. Then why did they stop all those pagans on that bridge? Because of the criminal behavior? No. It's because they pick these people out. If they have a patch on, they're a problem. They don't do it to the cop clubs, though, right? They only do it to the other clubs. I think if one club should be demonized, all of them, right? The police clubs, too. I mean, listen to that one cop. They got the biggest gang around. He called himself a gang. These clubs don't call themselves gangs. They're the farthest thing from a fucking gang that there is. They break the law every time they ride. Fucking freight train rolling. If you keep it up, you can stay up. So Payne stresses the incident like this one are typically isolated. He encourages the public to avoid assumptions. And remember that most riders in East Tennessee are here for the road, not the trouble. Well, I think Payne is full of shit because he's talking outside both sides of his neck. That's what he's doing. Hey, good morning, Mono Grow. How you doing? Spider, what's good? Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. Don't forget, I will be on with Biker News Canada on January 1st. We're going to be doing an interview, and I'm going to explain what got me here. So I got a video for you guys to check out. All right, here's the new
incident in Claiborne County raised questions about motorcycle clubs across East Tennessee and what they actually represent. Many riders say most clubs are legal, community-based, and focused on the ride, not the crime. Six on Your Side's Clarissa Dela Cruz took a closer look at how common motorcycle clubs really are in our area.
Oh, I'm going to cover that in a minute. Nomadic. I got the pictures and everything of all the bike seats. Oh, yeah, you mean these bikes? Oh, yeah, $40 million. We'll get to that in a minute.
Location in police pursuit in Claiborne County involving riders connected to an outlaw motorcycle club renewed concerns about biker groups in East Tennessee. While incidents like that are rare, they often raise broader questions about motorcycle clubs across East Tennessee, including how common they are and what they're really about.
99% of all motorcycle riders are good law-abiding citizens. It's just the 1% that are rowdy and bad and breaking the law.
Federal agencies often use the term 1%ers to describe a small subset of outlaw motorcycle gangs, a label that dates back decades. Experts say the vast majority of motorcycle clubs in East Tennessee are legal riding groups.
Is East Tennessee overridden with 1%er biker clubs? No. Have more come in since, like I mentioned, the Pagans are here, the Hells Angels are here. Yeah. So Could that be a propensity for violence? As I said before, yeah, it could be.
Payne says even when outlaw groups exist in a region, that doesn't automatically mean violence. He explains law enforcement focuses on criminal behavior, not membership alone.
That's a lie. That's a total lie. We all know that's a total lie. They profile these clubs. I don't care what anybody says. If anyone's not to be trusted, it's this guy. This guy goes in places, lies about who he is, throws money around, and gets these guys to commit crimes on his behalf. So, come on. If anything, you can't listen to this fucking guy. Hey, shout out to Portland, Oregon. What's going on, Richard? Happy New Year. Appreciate you guys. Izzy, how are you? Thanks for joining me, Izzy.
Biker, but I've never had any issues. I mean, obviously I went undercover and we took down a lot of people, but.
So why does he have that outlaw plaque over there on his wall? Glorifying biker clubs there, Mr. Agent? Yup. That's because he wants to be that. You know what I'm saying? Rory, what's going on? He wants to be an outlaw biker, but he can't be. He was a fake one for a while. He played the part, but he just can't live up to the task. Right? Ain't that right, Mr. Payne?
As far as me riding around, I've never had any issues. And if you see a group, then they're usually keep to their own.
Payne stresses that incidents like the one in Claiborne County are typically isolated. He encourages the public to avoid assumption and remember that most riders in East Tennessee are here for the road, not trouble. In Knoxville, Clarissa Dela Cruz, 6 on your side.
Law enforcement says most motorcycle clubs in East Tennessee operate without issue and are not targets of investigation unless a crime happens.
You guys know that they have a microscope on Tennessee now. This is how it goes. When something like this happens, right? I mean, look at what happened when they killed the kid over there in the war dog situation. Puts a microscope on everything. Or the bar situation when these dudes came and smashed the bar up. The feds get involved and they start looking at the area, right? So, and I believe that RICO case is going to be coming down. That's just how it is. Because they 100% don't let shit like this happen in public and there not be consequences. And someone was angry and they messaged me and said, "Oh, you're speaking stuff into existence." I'm not fucking law enforcement. If anything, I'm on the club side. I'm trying to help these clubs. They're not what the police say they are. They try to demonize them and make them seem like they're something they're not. They're not out there robbing and pillaging and this and that. These are isolated incidents. But like this guy said, that Payne guy, 1% of the bikers, 1%ers are just breaking the law. That's not true. Look at Twinkleberries, right? Look at the Twinkleberries. They don't break the law. They don't break the law at all. Listen, everybody that's in a motorcycle club is not a criminal. And let me make something clear. I am not in a motorcycle club. Never wanted to be. That's not nowhere on my radar, okay? But you got to see things for what they are. And I mean, it is what it is. And they try to paint a different narrative. 100%. You do right, Staxx. Thank you, Izzy. Hardwire, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch the show. Mark, what's good? Popped in late. I'm off base. That's why I never miss dinner, though. The cops are criminals. 100% they are. Corrupt ass shit. I mean, look at all this corruption that's going on. You think Connecticut ain't corrupt as shit? 100%. All of these all of these every time people vote here, it's been Democrat run for a long time. All these states need to be severely looked at because there's corruption everywhere and these cops are full of shit. So why do you always speak on this stuff if you're not in a club and never wanted to be? Because I can, Mikey. Because I can. That's why. Is that a good enough reason for you? Let's be real. There's no way too many laws anyway. 100%. That's a good enough reason, right? Now, the reason why I talk about this is because I'm a former gang member, right? And these clubs are not gangs. I've been around clubs in the past, and they're not gangs. They're just not. And I try to show you that I was a part of a street gang, and I signed up to be involved with criminal activity. These guys sign up to be in a motorcycle club to have their brothers around them. But I felt like when I signed up to be in a gang, I felt like, oh, these are my brothers too. But it was a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And ever since I got out of that lifestyle, all that gangster shit, I'll leave it for those these little gangsters out there. You guys be gangsters. I don't want to be a gangster. I've changed my life and I'm doing media now. And there's a huge difference. And I think these guys get demonized a lot. And I'm trying to show that they're not that. I built a lot of great relationships with a lot of people that are still in clubs, people that are out of the clubs. I got a pretty good aspect from both sides, you know? So the other thing about, this is in Tennessee. Trooper shot at in Knox County, Oklahoma man arrested after shots fired at THP trooper in county chase. Sunday, December 20. I don't know if this has anything to do with faced nearly 36 charges after shots were fired at Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper during a chase in Powell on Sunday. According to court records, troopers attempted to pull over an F-150. No, that's nothing to do with that. Oklahoma tags along I-75 South around 341 for speeding, crossing over the dotted line twice. The driver exited Colahan Drive and fired a handgun several times in the trooper's direction. That's the worst thing you could. The driver turned into Dante Road and several more shots were fired from the vehicle. The truck ultimately stopped at the 7900 block of Powell Heights Road. Troopers reported the driver refused to exit the vehicle, refused to follow verbal commands, was taken into custody after troopers fired his taser. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You're good people, Staxx. Thank you, Randy. Listen, I'm just trying to keep it real. You know what I mean? I'm not here to beat around the bush or fucking blow smoke up people's asses. I'm just here to keep it real, man. I don't got time for all the other bullshit. I'm surprised this dude didn't get unalived. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about Ryan Wedding. This guy is fucking got some wild shit going on. So Ryan Wedding, he's on the run. He's the Olympic hopeful. And this is straight from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I think there's a He is wanted for allegedly running and participating in a transnational drug trafficking operation, routinely shipped hundreds of kilos of cocaine from Colombia through Mexico into Southern California into Canada and other locations in the United States. So there was just a big bust, and he had all his motorcycles seized. Look at them. Look at all those. $40 million worth. Like, who buys that many motorcycles? Like, that's just insane. You would never be able to ride those. Like, what do you ride a different one every day? Every day of the year, you ride a different motorcycle. That would be insane. So, dozens of motorcycles believed to be belonging to Ryan Wedding, snowboarder turned accused drug lord, seized in Mexico. Olympic snowboarder turned accused narco trafficker Ryan James Wedding appeared to still have a need for speed. Dozens of expensive, high-powered motorcycles believed to be owned by the near 44-year-old Canadian fugitive, worth an estimated $40 million, were seized this month by Mexican authorities. The FBI's Los Angeles office reported on Monday. The FBI, in which they seized, was part of a joint operation. Also involved was the LAPD, the Royal Mounted Police, released photos of the seized motorcycles, but did not say exactly where they were found. But last week, Mexican Secretary and Citizen Protection revealed that in addition to the motorcycles, they seized two vehicles, artwork, 2 Olympic medals, drugs, and other items in 4 locations in Mexico City. It is not immediately clear whose medals the Mexicans found. Come on, they found Olympic medals, and this is an Olympic athlete. So who do you think they are? I don't think they're the cleaners. Wedding represented Canada in the 2002 Winter Olympic Games in Salt Lake City, Utah, but did not win any medals. He probably bought those fucking medals and made his own. He was placed 24th in the men's giant parallel slalom. Wedding, who is on the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitive list for allegedly running an international drug ring, is believed to be hiding out in Mexico under the protection of the Sinaloa cartel. The U.S. Department of Justice last month increased the reward to $15 million. FBI Director Kaz Patel has likened Wedding's notorious drug kingpin to Pablo Escobar and El Chapo. What? Last year, Wedding was indicted in Los Angeles federal court on multiple charges related to in November. Wedding was hit with fresh charges, alleged he ordered a hit on a witness in the U.S. government's case against him. Enlisted assassins to murder rival traffickers. Wedding's organization, Attorney General Pam Bondi said that at the time is responsible for importing 60 metric tons of cocaine a year into Los Angeles. He controls one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizations in the world, she said. He is currently the largest distributor of cocaine in Canada. Wedding embarked on a career as a drug trafficker sometime around 2008, when, according to federal prosecutors, he traveled to San Diego with 2 other men to buy cocaine. Convicted of conspiracy to distribute, Wedding was released from prison in December 2011 and quickly established himself as a big-time international illegal drug distributor, prosecutors said. What do you guys think? Do you think his time is limited on the street? I mean, they got a huge reward for him. Yeah, that's like 60 metric tons. That's insane. And it sounds like he's still got a lot of help out there on the street. So he's still able to, like, get away from the authorities. I mean, who on the run has this many fucking motorcycles? He likes street bikes, obviously, huh? You think a little bit? Just a little bit. He's got a thing for street bikes, you think? And who ratted him out? Like, how did they find those? I've been following you for a while, but I'm new to the chat. You have the best channel around, brother. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Livewire. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm going to keep it going, you know? I'm just going to be stepping my game up some more. I'm going to be doing some in-person interviews this year. I got invited to a bunch of different rallies. I'll be traveling around the country. I will be in Las Vegas. I got some TV series, things that I'm involved in. Matter of fact, he just called me just now. So you guys will see major things in the works. We're going to keep it going. And we got the documentary coming out, the Fallen Angels documentary, the 1%. It will be on a major platform, probably by June, May or June. And you guys will be able to see what I've been working on. But thank you guys for joining me today. There'll be a lot more content tomorrow. Just remember, things ain't always what they seem, especially these cops. They have it out for these clubs. They would do anything to make you hate all of these clubs. Hell yeah, leading your best life. You got to, man. If you're out there struggling with drug addiction, just know you can start right now. It can be the first day of the rest of your life. You don't have to sit there and struggle with drug addiction. You can change, and I'm living proof that you can change. I appreciate all you guys' support. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you guys want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App. It's Chatting with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at BillStaxx2021. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great new year. Don't forget, on January 1st, I will be on Biker News Canada doing an interview about how I got into all this, where I came from, and all that stuff. So stay tuned for all that, and I'll see you guys later. I got a show dropping at 10. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.